This government meeting is brought to you by Eastworks and our local cable subscribers.
We'll welcome them in. Okay, great. Oh my gosh. So welcome everybody. This is so fun. There's 19 of us, which is great. That's half the garden. And I do know 2 more people are coming. So I don't know what our record is for how many people have come to the mandatory meeting. Thanks for everyone coming. I'm just going to go over the agenda really quick. We're gonna after I go over the agenda, we're gonna go around and everyone, I'll call out names as they appear on the video list here, and you introduce yourself, how long you've been in the garden, and your plot number if you can remember it, which is usually the hardest part for people. So don't panic, it's not a test. And then we'll accept the minutes. We'll go through the treasurer's report, which I'll be presenting, and then operations will give a little spiel, outreach, the pollinator garden, and volunteer report, governance report, and compost operations report. And then we do our old business, which will be some discussions about what the workday is going to be this week, and if we have time to open up talking about the donation garden. And I want to update everybody here on what we're doing with the thistle plots. And then new business, that's a great spot for, I have like a small thing I need to bring up, or if as things come up, we can add it to the new business part of the meeting. So once we do introductions, I'll take some public comment, some question time that we can add to the new business section. Oh, great. Here we go. Everyone's showing up. This is awesome. So that's usually how our meetings work. And I did want to mention a couple of things. So I sent an email about signing up for like some of the subcommittees for your volunteer hours. I listed off a bunch of reports that happen. Some of those reports are from committees that have like active workday projects, and some of those are just like internal workings. But if any of these, like through the updates, if any of those groups or people sound interesting to you, reach out to them, see what you can do to help. And that's like a great, easy way to get your volunteering done. But in addition, I'm going to put in the chat, see, my little sheet, my little Google Doc for if you want to sign up for specifically the crews that we definitely need like a crew for, which governance, I need people on that committee. Pollinator garden, Karen usually needs some help with like planting things or getting the bed set up and things like that. I also added compost crew. I'm needing a group to take that on, and unless I already said that, and I think that's it. But this is kind of like redundant. You did circle things on your application, but just look that over when you have a chance. Stephen mentioned over email today that the water at the garden's been turned on, so that's great. You can now use water, and it's about to rain for 6 days straight, so it's going to be it's perfectly timed. And that's it. I think those are, oh, and then I was going to wait for operations, but just because somebody already asked, the compost that people ordered is going to be delivered Saturday at 9 a.m. I'm going to ask if you're not talking to mute somebody's, I'm getting like a weird feedback on my end. But if you are trying to say something and you don't hear me call on you and you're not realizing you're muted or something, if you raise your hand, the magic of the computer will tell me that, or you can physically push the raise your hand button and I'll call on you. Great. Okay, so water is turned on, compost is arriving on Saturday. And now let's go around and meet everybody. Um, Great. So I guess I'll start with me. Um, I'm Sarah. I'm the committee chair. That just means that I run the meetings and you know, come up with things for myself to do. I also was kind of working on inventing like a new gardener's orientation job. So I've kind of been working on doing that. And I'm hoping to start organizing a governance portion of the garden as well. And I have been working on getting the compost operations going, but I would love to not be the committee leader for that. So I'd love to, if anyone's interested in compost, please talk to me. I've been at the garden for 8 years, and my plot is C3. I did it. Okay. Next, Andrew. Don't forget you're muted.
Yes. I got it. Dick, can you hear me? Okay. Yeah, my name's Andrew. I am an architect in Amherst. I live in Pelham. I'm selling my house, as you can tell by the bookcases that are empty behind me. I've been gardening for a long time. I'm moving to Easthampton and looking forward to meeting everyone.
What's your plot number?
Oh, it is C6.
Nice. Row C. Okay, great. Nice to meet you, Andrew. Charlotte. Charlotte, I think it says I'm not allowed to unmute you. Otherwise, I would. Um, Great. Well, we'll move on, and then when you are able to unmute, we'll come back. I'm gonna write that down. And sorry, I'm getting a lot of. I love technology. Karen is getting booted off the meeting for some reason, so I'm not sure why that is. Cool. But for now, Charlotte, until you're able to get unmuted, Eric, do you want to introduce yourself?
Hi, I'm Eric Sioka. I'm in D6. I've been at the garden for 15 years now. I think 15 years. I am currently the secretary and in charge of the pathing between the rows. I'm inconveniently unavailable whenever anything social happens at the garden, so you'll only ever catch me at like 7 o'clock in the morning on weekdays, and that's about it. I'm also moving pretty soon, so I need to forego all of my positions. So if anybody wants to be secretary to take notes, which I'm doing right now, or if anybody wants to be in charge of pathing, let me know, because those positions need to be filled as soon as possible.
Well, I'm not excited that Eric's leaving, but he is really kind. So if you want to be the secretary, you'll get to have some quality time with him, where he tells you how to do it. And so tempting, make a new friend who's about to move away. Awesome. So Grace. Grace is not on my screen, but she is on my list. Oh, Grace. Yeah, there you are. Great.
Can you hear me?
Yes.
Awesome. Okay. I'm Grace. I am from Northampton, and my friend Hallie and I just got a plot this season. It's B11. So we're all the way at the end of the row. And I've been gardening with my family for a long time. But yeah, excited to get to know everyone and be in the community.
Awesome. Thanks, Grace. And now, sorry, it's Haley, right? Not Hallie.
No.
Haley?
It's Hallie.
Oh, dang it.
Can you
Okay.
hear me?
Hallie.
Thanks for asking though. Yeah, I kind of just same as to what Grace just said. I am also from Northampton or live in Northampton now. And yeah, this is our first season doing a plot and I'm looking forward to it. Excited. And I think I didn't know we were B11, so thanks, Grace, but we're B11.
Awesome. Well, welcome. And you're almost a vital vitamin, but unfortunately that goes to B12. I'll be here all week, guys. This comedy, you can't find it anywhere else. Okay. Jane.
Okay, hi. I'm Jane and I joined the garden last year. My plot is A5, I believe. And I'm a landscaper and a gardener. That's what I do for a living, amongst other things. But it's a nice group of people and I enjoy it. And it's nice to see everybody again. That's it for me.
Yay. It is so good to see you too, Jane. And I hope you're growing peanuts again this year, if nothing else, just for the.
I brought some back from Africa. Don't yell at me. You can put them in.
Oh yeah, you didn't hear it. This is a public video, but she's kidding. Okay.
Kidding.
Just kidding. If customs is that thorough, that'd be crazy. Awesome. Well, thanks, Jane. Next, Jessica, which I think is Jessie,
Yes.
right? Yes.
I'm Jessie, and this is also my second year at the garden. So we learned a lot last year, so I'm excited for this year. In D12, I think. I just looked it up a few minutes ago, so I cheated. But and my other half is Oscar, who's had surgery 2 days ago, so he's may or may not join, but he's not with me right now. He's okay. So.
Okay, good.
Yeah.
Like surgery is intense. Okay. Great. Well, it's so good to see you again too, Jessie. Great. Now we've got Julia.
Hi, I'm Julia. I'm sharing a thistle plot with Lena McCarthy, who's also somewhere on the screen. I'm not sure what number the plot is, but I'm excited to get started with tackling the thistle and getting to know everyone.
Great. Yeah, those are kind of mysterious numbers right now. So yes, I think you guys are C2D. And KB, is that Caitlin?
That's
Caitlin.
me. Sorry, one sec. I was just trying to chew this mango as fast as possible.
I think you need to be showing your kittens on.
I don't know if I can. They're not kittens anymore. They're big men, Sarah. I'll grab one real quick. Right here. Burger. Come say hi to the garden. This is my full-grown boy now, who I got at the start of the new year. He's got a brother somewhere around here. Hi, folks. Nice to see some of you. It's been a while. Mark, Norm, especially missed you. Nobody else take that as a slight. I'm just saying. I'm in B5. This will be my 3rd year. I'm going to stick with onions, broccoli, and Brussels sprouts because I finally had some success. I look forward to getting to know you guys who are new and spending time with those of you who I saw before.
Awesome. It should be known Caitlin's a big overachiever at the garden.
I'm definitely not. So don't base anything off Sarah said. It's not true.
Amazing. We've got, wait, Lena?
Lena. Hi.
Great, perfect. I just met you the other day, and I knew that. I knew how to say your name. Okay.
It's also like Lena Dunham. That's how I call people.
Oh, yes. Great.
Yeah, I'm Lena. I live in Easthampton. I'm an artist, and I'm sharing a small thistle plot with Julia, my neighbor. We're very excited. Yeah, it's my first time in a community garden. And yeah, can't wait to spend time with y'all. Did I miss anything? Is there anything else? Okay.
No, you did
Cool.
perfect. Perfectly done. Margie.
Hi, I'm Margie. I'm the one who annoys you with lots of emails. What are we saying besides our names?
You're the outreach person in emails,
I'm the
yes.
outreach
And your
person.
plot.
D5. No, is it D5? Yeah, I'm in D5.
And how long you've been at the garden?
I don't even know. I don't know. As long as Mark has. Mark, how long have you been here?
2019.
2019. Thank you.
I thought you were about to say 20 to 19 years. I was like, what?
No. I was originally in the Northampton Community Garden even after I moved to Easthampton, and I tried doing both for a while, but that was just too much. So now I'm full-time in Easthampton, happy to be there. Looking forward to putting faces to all the names I come across in my outreach. So look for me out there. I will look for you.
Awesome. Charlotte, did you get your video unmuted?
I did.
Yay!
Yes, so I'm Charlotte Briggs and I live in Easthampton. And I'm a longtime gardener, but this is my first year in the community garden and I have a thistle plot. So mulch, baby, mulch. Excited about that. I'm recently retired, but I'm also very busy because I'm a wildlife rehabilitator. And this is baby season, so that was actually a baby squirrel that I had on earlier.
Wow.
In the image, because this meeting coincided with a feeding.
Congratulations on your retirement.
Thank you.
Yes, that's awesome. And I can't wait to put you in contact with a friend of mine who's also wants to rehabilitate animals. So you might already know her. I don't know. So cool. Welcome to the garden, Charlotte. Next we have Mark.
Hi, everybody. I'm Mark Leonis. My plot is 5. Like Margie, I've been in the community gardens since 2019 when we moved to Easthampton. Was such a delight to find there was a community garden because where I was in Amherst, we had gardens, but it wasn't as well organized or with all the features that we have here with the access to water and the tools and the companionship that we've all had. So some of my jobs are I'm part of the operations group, work with Frank Johnson, and I kind of oversee the shed stuff, tools and whatnot, hoses and nozzles. So if you have interests or concerns about what is there or what you need, you can let me know. I also have, as many of you know, I've organized the compost delivery that's going to happen this Saturday. I've been doing that for a few years to be differentiated from the compost project, which Sarah mentioned. That's different, but we're having delivered. Those of you who've subscribed to that would be this Saturday, and we're grateful for that and for everybody, and great to see all the new faces.
Thanks, Mark. And now Micah. Oh, Micah, wait. I just got word that Ryan wants to go next. Sorry.
Sorry, it's just that somebody is finishing dinner and nearing a meltdown. So, can you hear me? Thank you.
Yes. Yeah.
I am Ryan. This is Theo, who likes to accompany me to the garden and wander into other people's plots. But I have been keeping them under control. Oh gosh, this is my 3rd season in the garden. I accidentally made myself the social chair this year. I accidentally volunteered for that. It is a new position. So should anybody be really excited about social planning, please email me. Yeah. I mostly specialize in weeds and also some garlic. And I think that I am plot B6.
That I think that's exactly right. And yeah, you can do as much or as little as you want. It's just now you get to brag that you're the events manager. Oh no, there's another events manager behind you.
Yeah.
Well, thanks, Ryan. We'll do Micah now. Thanks for your flex, Micah.
Hey, I'm Micah. This is technically my second year, although I didn't get anything planted last year. So hoping to do that this year. And I'm in plot A11 and I'm in Easthampton.
Oh, you got your plot at the end of the season, Micah. So I was like totally jealous. Great. Let's see, Nicole.
Hello, everyone. It's good to see the folks that I gardened with previously. I took a hiatus. I was at the garden for a few years. I even served on the committee for a year with Mark and Stephen and Margie and Eric. And then I left and now I'm back. And funnily enough, back in my original plot, B7.
Which is, I think it was like beautiful serendipity because it came available like right before I was going to show you. So it really worked out.
Welcome back, Nicole.
Yeah, welcome back.
Former treasurer.
Yeah, now you and Ted, now someone will understand. I should have had you present the spreadsheet.
You can do it, sir.
I'm going to do a great job. Reading, telling you guys that it exists. Awesome. Thanks, Nicole. I am just putting it together that Google put your names in alphabetical order. So anyways, Nora. Nora.
Sorry, the tech was fighting with me. I'm Nora. I'm at A7 for my third year. And I'm looking forward to getting some sunflowers in the ground. And that's it. I'm not much good at this part.
Well, Nora's amazing. Has a little frog in your garden. There's that little frog thing. And welcome back. Yeah. Norman.
Norman, where'd he go?
Norman. Ooh, that thing.
You and me, Margie. Going way back.
All right, here we go. Norman here. Don't sing the song, please. So Nicole's gonna be my neighbor. Welcome. I'm in B8. I'd love it if you grow sunflowers, and I'm psyched. I had a lot of fun. This is my third year, and I just enjoy the people. I enjoy whatever we're doing, and I'm not such a good gardener, but I know I can get better. Nowhere to go but up in terms of plants growing and weeds dying. How about that? So I'm glad to be here. Looking forward to it. Oh, I had a question. Are we going to have a rain date if it's storming on Sunday?
Yeah.
We are going to discuss that. I'm hoping maybe
right,
we'll touch on it after the intros, so that way if
Very
people need to
good.
go, yeah.
Thank you.
Awesome. Great. Next I have Rebecca.
Hello, I'm Rebecca. I'm out in my yard, so I don't know how good my service is. This will be my first year at the plot. I guess I joined at the very end of last year. I'm in C12. I've been gardening a couple years now at my house, but this is my first year in the community garden. Pretty excited about it.
Cool.
Well, welcome, and I'm excited to see your trellis, right?
Yes, we
was
just
you
put those
making?
up today.
Oh, cool. Oh my God, I'm so excited to see.
Speaking and getting it all ready. So I'm actually painting some decorations for the garden right now.
Oh my gosh, cool. Wow, that rocks. I can't wait. That's awesome. Well, welcome.
Thank you.
Let's see, next we have Ryan just went, alphabetical order. Here we go. And Stephen.
Hi, so I'm Stephen Linsky. This would be my 10th year associated with the garden. In various capacities, I've always had a plot, which is now B11, although it was B11, I should say. I'm pleased to take the opportunity to welcome all the new people, including Hallie and Grace, who I guess are going to be adopting this plot going forward. It should be in pretty good shape. It's spent a year being fallow, so it should be rich. And we'll take some time to make sure you qualify as an Easthampton gardener. I'm just going to take a second, Sarah, just because I'm going to have to leave the call relatively soon, to say just a couple of things. First, thanks to Eric for serving as secretary. I should want to point out to people who might take that on going forward that because we are on Google, we can get a recording of our meetings. So if you're doing notes, you don't have to scribble notes as the meeting goes along. You can just view the recording and also take notes from that. So it's much easier task than it was before, because I know that because I did it for 3 years. So I just wanted to point that out because we do need a replacement. I will also, for anyone who is interested in the donation garden, not growing a garden, but figuring out ways in which we can bring some of our produce to the folks at the community center. After the meeting, they can connect with me, maybe through Sarah or whatever, but it's one of the things that we do as a public organization that's had land donated for our benefit by folks. And the last thing is that in the past, we've searched for someone who might have access to a truck, like a pickup truck. If we have that, one of the things we'd all like to get done this year is to get a new picnic table, and generally speaking, it'd be great to have the ability to transport that table there. So if anyone does have access to a truck, again, maybe Sarah, you can make note of that. I peruse Craigslist, and I just did before the meeting, and there is one that we can pick up for free, but again, we'd have to transport it. So I'm happy to take that on.
We just got a pickup truck.
Who? Oh, you did, Rebecca?
Pick that up.
Oh,
We just
excellent.
got one. So
You get the job.
you can send me an email, or if Sarah and
That's
you
great.
can connect us, I'm happy to do it.
Wonderful.
That's awesome. Did Ted not buy the one in the end?
I don't know. I was going to help him pick it up, and then we didn't do it that day because of the weather, and so I don't know where we are on that. But even if we still go forward, if we can get one for free, which I think we can still have more than one. Couple.
Yeah, definitely. We have enough people. That would be awesome.
Yeah.
Great. Well, and Stephen, I just added your name and the donation garden to the sign up sheet. So if people are interested in helping with that, it is like a project that is sort of in a reformation mode. I don't think we'll have time to like talk about it first, hash it out a lot at this meeting, but anyone who's interested in building that project up a little bit more, definitely come next meeting. I'll try to dedicate some good time to making sure we figure out what the donation aspect of the garden is going to look like this year. Awesome.
And the last thing, Sarah, I just wanted to mention, because Robrook was down on the site today. We did have one spigot that blew out. That's going to be replaced by the water department, so that's not a problem. That's down by C5. No, it's not C5, but it's C. 10 or something like that. So that'll be repaired. There may be a couple of small leaks. We'll find out. John from Bravo was going through everything, so I just wanted to mention we'll have clearly we'll have water. I did see that we're all connected. The only question is whether we're going to have to do any leak repair, and that's about it.
Awesome. Well, thank you, and I'm glad they're going to do that for free. That rocks. Amazing. We had some people just jump on. Oscar, do you want to introduce yourself, or no
Oh,
pressure? There you are. Great. I was like,
yeah.
I don't know where your icon went.
Yes. Hello, everyone. Sorry I joined late. I think for some reason I didn't get the email, so
What?
I'll
Oh my
I'll
God, I'm
reply and
sorry.
make sure I'm
I think
on
I
your
think
list.
I'm the contact for us, so maybe it just went to me. I don't know.
Oh,
Anyway,
okay. If you want to email me your email, and then I'll put it on the email list. Email
Will
me
do.
your, yeah. Okay.
Yeah, email me
But
too.
Yeah,
okay.
and yeah, me. Okay,
Okay,
great.
Margie.
I think I might
But that's
have.
my bad.
I'm gonna check.
Anyway, I'm with Jesse, and we have the furthest plot from the parking lot, and we're excited for our second year.
Awesome. Well, welcome again, and I'm glad you had surgery and you're doing better, it seems. Hopefully.
Yeah. Yep.
Great. Oh,
Yeah,
good.
I'm maybe in a boot or on crutches, so that's me.
Oh man. Okay, cool. All right. It's gonna be you're gonna be a great gardener regardless. It's gonna be awesome. Great. So, and then the last person I've got a phone number who I'm not sure who it is.
Is that me, Sarah?
Yes. Oh, is it you, Karen? Oh my gosh, great.
Well, I signed on and then the Zoom bumped me off and I kept trying to get back on and it just wouldn't let me back on. So I'm here by phone today. Yeah.
Well,
So
I'm
this
glad
is Karen. Yeah, this is Karen and I'm C9, I think.
Yeah.
And I've been here since 2020. And I work on the pollinator garden.
Great. Well, thanks, Karen. All right. Well, I think that's everyone. So welcome everybody. Thanks so much for coming and having your moment on the video spotlight. I guess just because of time and urgency, we can go over. So there is a chance of rain for the workday on Sunday. As you've seen in the emails, there's a lot of stuff we want to accomplish that day. And I'm looking, and it seems like it's not supposed to start raining until the evening. Like, at least according to Apple's weather, it's like not supposed to rain until like 4 or 5. So we might be safe. If not, the following weekend, unfortunately, is Mother's Day. And sort of a day of a lot of like markets and such in town. We could do the opening workday on Friday in the evening time. May 9th from 5. Oh, Mark, yeah.
What has to be done for the opening day? Maybe we could go over, review briefly what the
Great.
activities are.
Yeah. So the major things are Ryan had come up with a great idea that we can paint signs, so that can be moved, but that's just kind of like getting to know each other and decorating our plots. And so, because none of the plots are marked right now, so this will be like everyone decorates their sign, puts it up in their garden, helps us remember what plot number we are. The major things that have to be done are hooking up all the hoses, doing some training with the weed whackers and the mowers, and then ideally helping the thistle plot folks get mulch down and doing some kind of urgent care on the thistle area just to get it prepped for some of these developing projects we might do over there. And then obviously if there's time, I would love it if we could help some of the newer gardeners who are inheriting plots that were a little abandoned to help get them started. Caitlin?
I just want to say I'm happy to commit to, even if it's raining, because I'm right down the street, I'll go, even if it's pouring on Sunday, I'll go put all the hoses on and give them a test, so I can commit to doing that, even if we have to move the workday.
Overachiever, like I said.
I'm right there. I figured I'd throw it out there.
No, but that's awesome. I'll mark that. There's another gardener who couldn't make it this evening who was going to bring a 10 by 10 like standing tent for us to have some shade that day. So if it's not storming and there's no risk of thunder, we could still meet and like get to know each other a little bit under the tent, and you know, we could hook up some hoses, run back under, paint some signs, that kind of stuff. Any thoughts or opinions on that?
I'm supportive of that.
Okay, Caitlin's in support, and then I've got Norman's hand up, and then I'll do Jane.
So who's up?
Sorry, Norman first. Norman first.
All right. So I'm willing to go as long as it's not pouring, because a little rain won't kill you. So, you know, how early are people going to get there? They're going to work on the hoses and stuff.
We don't have the workday starting until noon. If it's looking bad, I can send an email just to say like anyone who's able to come earlier to prioritize getting the hoses set up. Mark, are you available earlier?
No, I have Sunday morning commitment. Yep.
Okay.
Norm, do you want me to meet you at a certain time?
Sure.
You just tell me, Norm.
So say 10?
Yeah, I'll meet you at 10.
All right. I'll be there. Unless it's storming.
No, I'm
Storm-
sorry.
storm-
Legally, you have to meet me no matter what at 10, because you said it on this recorded call.
Storm and Norman.
Yeah, right. Okay.
Awesome. Okay, great. Jane.
And so I will volunteer to bring my pop-up tent, because I do have one for the workday.
Awesome. Well, maybe let's plan on that. So even if we can't do work in the garden in terms of like the mulching and stuff, because it's too muddy, we can set up both the tents and still get to know each other and paint our signs. And I guess, so here's what I'm going to propose and we can all vote on it. If I luckily am working my job that morning, so I will be up at like 4 or whatever weird time I get up. So I'll be able to look at the forecast really early, and hopefully I can just email you guys right off to say it looks like terrible storms with lightning. We're just going to cancel it. And then we can reschedule to do the sign making anytime, maybe the next work day, and prioritize like the other projects for a later date as well. So I want to create a motion to be able to cancel the opening workday on Sunday before 9 a.m. I will make the announcement. And if we have to cancel it, we'll be all set with the hoses and we won't be rescheduling the actual workday. Does anyone second the motion? Eric. Awesome. All in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Anyone opposed? Okay, great. Awesome. Great job. Cool. I hope it's not storming because it sounds kind of cute to be under tents painting together. So, or maybe just it's not going to rain that much at all. Anyways, great. So moving on, does anyone have any other like questions or comments they want me to add to the end of the agenda before I move too much more forward?
Do you
Rebecca, you have a hand up. I don't know if it was just up for saying in favor or not.
Sorry, that was just me being in favor. I took it down.
Great, great. Okay, cool. And then any other questions or concerns? Yes, Caitlin.
Did you need help on Saturday like last year getting the stuff off the truck?
No, that was just that company.
Oh, good. So nobody will make fun of us this year. Okay, good, good, good.
And no one made fun of us. I think he was impressed. Just for the record, since this is being recorded, we were very impressed with being very strong. Great. So I would like to move on to accept the minutes from last meeting. Does anyone? I would like to move to accept the April minutes from our last meeting. Anyone second the motion? Great, thank you, Stephen. All in favor? Aye. Great, anyone opposed? Fabulous, great, so that's done. Love it. So efficient. Okay. So the treasurer's report, I did forward at the last minute today, the treasurer's, let's see, what is Ted calling it? It's not the report, it is the statement of God, so much emailing on my end. The statement of financial position. Is there any questions about where we're at with that?
Oh, it looks to me like nothing is being spent thus far, so I think we're in the same position as we were a month ago, wouldn't you say, Sarah?
Yes, because all of the spending for the workday is actually happening this week, so it won't be shown until the next update.
Yeah, looks fine so far. No expenditures. We'll learn more as the months go on.
Great. All right. So, oh yeah, Stephen.
Well, we will, as I mentioned earlier, we will have a charge for the, for
water.
Barbara. So that's going to come up.
Okay, cool. And it looks like Ted still has that, like his accounting for that. They say it was going to be higher than this number. Let's see, the 300 and
We didn't talk numbers
okay. Okay, cool. Okay, great. We'll see.
because we didn't know what was going to be involved.
Awesome. All right. So for now, I'd like to, or I'll ask, would anyone like to, or I'll move it. I'm gonna move to go forward with these. Let's see. I want to phrase it correctly. The statement of financial position for April. Anyone second the motion?
Second.
Awesome. All in favor? Anyone opposed? Awesome. God, this is so great. Look how fast we can go. I have to pee so bad. It's actually amazing. So we just have to do the meeting that fast. Because I'm not allowed. It's actually, it's
Take
part
a
of
break.
what governance is working on is there's like a little side note that says the chair can't go pee.
Take
Right,
a break.
operations. Operations, why don't you start and I'm gonna go pee really quick. But I'm listening because the bathroom is right next to this room. Okay.
Who's starting?
What?
Operations.
You want me to speak for Frank?
Yeah, unfortunately, I don't know where he's at, but
Yeah, I have no update on that really. The lawn mowing is usually what Frank talks about and tries to line people up for that. And as I said, the other piece of it, of operations is, the shed and the equipment in there. And so far we're in good shape. We did a good inventory last fall and I think we're ready to go. Christine had mentioned last meeting that we wanted to pay special attention to the hoses and nozzles because some of the nozzles don't work well and they're almost welded onto the hoses. So she and I are going to attack that as soon as we get the hoses up and see if there's any repair or replacement that needs to be done.
Mark, I left 6 new nozzles in a bin near the hoses.
Oh, that's right. You were going to do that. Thanks so much, Margie.
No problem.
generous offer. Yeah, we'll take good care of them. So I think, yeah, as far as operations, there's not much else to say. Usually Frank has more items, but I don't even know. He's been away for a while. I was trying to reach him, and he was in North Carolina or something. So I don't know.
He does keep having to travel to North Carolina at the beginning of the season, like the past couple years.
Oh, for his job.
I got, yeah, and family stuff, I think too. But we'll hopefully. But we have we'll definitely if you're curious about mowing crew, we will get you educated on how to use the mowers, and we have Jonathan who can help with the
Weed whackers.
which it's like insane. I have John to help. It's because I have to be so bad. Who can help with the weed whackers. Margie, don't you dare get up. I need you to do outreach so I can pee.
Closing the curtains.
Okay. Like, don't you dare. Okay.
Go do what you need to do.
Okay.
Run,
Outreach,
Sarah,
go.
run.
I'm gonna need you. Should someone? Okay, we'll start here. Well, we have still a few people on the waiting list. It's a little unclear to me because some of our new gardeners are taking the thistle plots and putting grow bags on theirs. And I think that, correct me if I'm wrong, if anybody is still here from our new gardeners with thistle plots, you still want to be on the waiting list. And if you don't, send me an email and let me know. We have 2 open plots, B9 and D9. And we have one person who goes by the name Z, who asked me to put her on the bottom of the list. Actually, Sarah needs to hear this. And I keep putting her on the bottom of the list, and she didn't respond to my last email about an open plot. And I sent the next, actually, I thought I sent the next person on the list an email, but I just noticed that it didn't get sent. So I think it got stuck in my draft folder. So I just emailed him now and invited him to join us on Sunday so he can choose a plot. So hopefully, okay, Sarah, I'm going to repeat this for you. 2 open plots, B9 and D9, which you just told me about. Several people on the waiting list, some of whom have thistle plots, and I've just asked people to let me know if they no longer want to be on the waiting list. Now, you remember Z. Z kept asking me to put them on the bottom of the list, and when I think B9 came open, I emailed them, and I didn't get a response, so I'm assuming they don't want it. And I thought I emailed Caleb, who is next on the list, but I think it got stuck in my draft folder, so I just emailed him now. And
You did email Caleb. I got that email earlier this week. So.
Oh, you did?
I did, but yeah, no response.
Oh, okay. So I did send it.
Yeah.
Okay,
We
well,
might need to kind of come
emailed
up with them realizing like if somebody doesn't get back to us within like, I don't know, such and such amount of weeks, that like, then we'll move on to the next person.
Okay, well, I'll send an email to the next person, but I'm gonna just look at the list now because the next person, Ashley Gerber Christensen, is Ashley on this call? No.
No.
She hasn't responded to any of your emails. Lena,
yeah.
I think Lena's on the call. Lena, you still want to be on the waiting list? Or did she leave
Lena
already?
was here. She left, but I think she did. Or Julia, do you want to speak for her?
Yeah, I think Lena left because she has an exhibition opening tomorrow, so she's a little bit crazy this evening with getting things ready.
And Julia.
Yes, we would still love to be on the waiting list.
Okay, so there's a plot open then.
Okay, great.
B9 or D9. So maybe on Sunday, if you come, you can arrange to see it with Julia, with Sarah, I mean, or you can arrange for another time.
Sounds good. I think Sunday we'll both be there, so that sounds perfect.
Oh, good. Okay,
And
great.
Prudy
That'll be
hasn't
so easy then.
responded. So Charlotte, are you still here?
Charlotte is, yeah.
Okay, so Charlotte is next. So I will email Charlotte.
She's right here.
Are you here?
Charlotte, it's your moment. You're about to get a plot.
Charlotte's not responding.
Sounds great. Yes, I am.
Hi, Charlotte.
Sounds great.
Do
Hi.
you still want a plot?
I do.
Okay, so Sarah, you can maybe facilitate that on.
I just gave these people thistle plots just like the other day. It's so funny. Anyways, it's fine.
Well, now you can have both.
Yeah.
Or if you want to find somebody to take over the thistle plot, you can do that too. You can bring some new people in. We agreed upon that, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
And I will also emphasize maybe in this next email, we could open it up to other gardeners if they're like feeling up to it. And yeah, it's crazy we went through the wait list that fast. But we hopefully can get people end up showing up, and now we can offer them those plots too.
Yeah, and I want to emphasize that we've had a first come first serve to choose plots. So I don't know how we do this if you're both there at the same time for B9 and D9, but I'm sure you can work it out.
Some more. That's what we're gonna do.
What are
It's
we
a
gonna
good
do?
old-fashioned
Some more?
some more. No, we'll talk about it. I'm sure we can figure it out.
Okay.
We all met the other day. Everyone's really charming, so it's gonna be great.
Yeah, I don't have to send any more emails because we just offered both plots. Awesome.
So I'm out of town this weekend, but I'm happy to take whatever I can. Whatever anybody else doesn't want is fine with me.
Okay, cool. I'll try to, if I forget to email you right away, Charlotte, just email me on Sunday night and just be like, oh, so which plot do I get? And I'll let you know.
Okay, thank you.
Awesome.
Thank
Yeah.
you. I don't think I have anything else to say. For me, the work is pretty much winding down. It's like spring is like crazy, crazy, crazy. But once all the plots are assigned, I can sit back a little bit. So, but if anybody has anything they want to communicate to anybody on the committee or in the community, you can always go through me. You can send me an email and I will send it to whoever it is meant for. You are also free to email directly, and if you can't find the email address, I can send you the email address. So I'm kind of like a go-between. So feel free to use me like that. And I think that's all I have to say. Thank you.
Thanks, Margie. Margie is so fast and good with emails, like total resource. You use her magic, see her at the garden. And sorry, I just got a text, which shouldn't be looking at my phone. Amazing, great. Let's see. Next we have the donation garden. I'm gonna take that off for now because Stephen already talked, and we'll revisit that next meeting. I guess for people maybe who are curious, the donation garden is we had a plot that we used to grow vegetables and produce in to send to the community center. It was hard to get enough people to donate their time to make it just not an abandoned plot. So we actually opened that plot up to gardeners. That's actually now Jane's plot. So now we're trying to work on what's a sustainable way for us to be able to bring produce to the community center. We usually rely on people to like take the excess from their growing season and put it in these coolers, and then Stephen takes that those extras to the community center. But we want to work on making that like a more sustainable, or discuss the inherent sustainability of trying to donate. It's kind of a big discussion, but that's the quick synopsis. Next, let's do the pollinator report.
Okay, so the pollinator garden is in good shape. It's been well mulched. I think there's just one small part of a pathway that I ran out of cardboard. I've got to find some cardboard and do that last section. but one of the people on the wait list, Mark Lighthammer, helped me out with some of that. And that was great getting that up to speed. This month, I need to get the dirt, and I spoke with the people at Easthampton Feed to get the number of bags of dirt that we need will cost about $128 and 52 cents. I don't know if there's tax on that or not, but it's going to be around that. So I would like to get approval to go ahead and buy that during May and get that over to the garden.
Is how many bags, or what's the cubic yardage for that?
So each bed is 8 cubic feet, and we figured out with the guys at Easthampton Feed that it's 8 bags per raised bed. And I would like to give them some of our business because they have been helpful in the past. They give us a 10% discount, and they're local. So I would be happy to go back to them again this year and make this purchase.
Karen, thank you for reminding me that I need to be advertising to our new gardeners that 10%. I'm gonna email everyone about that. Thank you. Is Mark, is that like comparable price wise to getting the topsoil through Four Seasons?
Well, it's $35 a yard from Four Seasons, so I don't know how that translates into what Karen's asking for.
Cubic feet versus a cubic yard.
Yeah.
Ted, our math wizard, isn't here. I'm just gonna see it. So it's 0.9 or 0.3 cubic yards is one bag. So
Sorry,
how many?
Sarah. Unfortunately, with the phone, with calling in, people's answers echo themselves. So sometimes
Oh,
I
sorry.
can't hear what people are saying.
I'm just trying to do the math. So how many bags was it that you needed total?
So it's 8 cubic feet per bed. 8 cubic feet per bed. And there are 3 beds.
So you're trying to get like is that 8 bags? How many bags is that?
It's 8 bag. Yes, it's 8 bags per bed.
Okay.
It's approximately 1 cubic yard. It's a little bit less than 1 cubic yard.
Is how much? So 1 cubic yard is $128 through the bags. And Mark, you said 1 cubic yard is how much?
35.
Is significantly cheaper by
Well,
a lot.
no, it's not, because we're talking about the 3 beds. It's 128. And you're talking about, right, I mean, you're for the 3 cubic yards, that's going to be 3 times that, isn't it?
No, eight cubic feet is a quarter of a cubic yard. So times 3 is 1 cubic. So for all 3 beds, it's 1 cubic yard total. So it's either spending $128 on a cubic yard or $35 on a cubic yard.
Okay, well, okay. I just want to check the math later.
Yeah. No. It's
Maybe
I'm not-
a little more with
Mark, how much is the minimum for the topsoil?
Yeah, it's 5 cubic yards is for the delivery plus it's 35 plus the delivery, which might be $50. So if you total all that up, then you can divide it up. So it might be a little more than 35 per cubic yard. But then again, there are some people who want topsoil. for their own gardens. And we've kind of held off on taking orders for that to wait until the compost got accomplished. But we can still do that if there's enough people who want topsoil, we can have a delivery from Four Seasons.
So it's the minimum is 5 cubic yards.
Correct.
And the pollinator garden will need one of those. 1 cubic yard. So we just need to see if the other gardeners can get us up to the 5.
Right. If people want to start sending me emails with their interest in that, I can start to gather a report on what we should be ordering. We can also get, if there was a lot of interest, we could get a 10 cubic yard delivery like with the compost. They've got 2 trucks, 5 of the 10 cubic yard trucks.
Okay, well, why don't I send out an email with the notes to emphasize that we're gonna, I guess I'm tentative to maybe I can have people express interest, and then if we get enough interest, say now, like, should we just I guess, should we see if enough people are interested that we can actually get to the 5 cubic yards, or should we just go for it and hope we get enough, but then and have people pay you just like the compost, and then if we don't get enough,
I can use it on I can put it on my front lawn.
okay, or we could see, maybe we
I'm
can
joking.
well, but maybe that's not like that, you're not going to do that, but that's an idea that maybe the garden could invest in having it. Or did you get any interest when you with the initial emails with the compost?
There's nothing in place. Margie, you'd wanted some, right? Can't hear you. You're muted.
I want some topsoil.
Yeah. Did you want some?
Yeah, I think so. Yeah.
Okay. And there have been some others, but I can't remember.
Well, part of me is tempted to then maybe just see if we can get enough people and go ahead and have them send you checks. And then I don't know. I mean, part of me, I guess I just don't want you to have to like tear up a bunch of checks if we don't have enough to go through with it.
Yeah. And that, you know what? And Margie, I talked about, it'd be great if somebody else wanted to handle this topsoil thing, but I'll do it. But on the condition, I think what I want to do instead of checks, because I've had to run back and forth to the bank, is just to have cash, and we'll meet.
Okay.
I can meet people. I can meet people at the garden, and they can hand me cash. That'd be fine.
Okay. See, let's do cash only. I'm going to it's just so hard to wrangle people over email. Because even when I did a poll to get the topsoil at the end of last season, a lot of that polling data was unreliable, and I had to kind of fill in the gaps to fulfill that order. So I was hoping we could have gauged enough interest through this initial compost emailing. I guess I will try another poll, see if we have enough people say they would be committed to ordering such and such amount, add it up, see if it equals the 5, and then send out an email to those people to get you the cash. And then we'll use the petty cash to pay for the pollinator gardens topsoil.
Okay.
Karen, I'm sorry about the phone. Does that make sense? Is that okay with your timeline? So I'm gonna send out a poll and have people need to get back to me by like Tuesday. And then if enough people get back to me, we'll move forward with going through this topsoil bulk order. Which then would probably take a couple weeks for you to be able to get topsoil. And if we don't get enough interest, then I would say you can just go for it with the bags from the feed store.
Yeah, if I can get the topsoil in the beds by the 1st of June, I'm good.
Okay. Awesome. Okay, great. 1st of June. Great. Okay, cool. All right. Thank you for tackling that. Anything else about the pollinator garden?
No, I'm looking forward to filling the 3 new beds. If people have in their home garden, just now the plants are starting to come up. I'm just beginning to see what survived over the winter, what proliferated. If people have some interesting babies in their garden, let me know, and I'll be glad to uh, come get them, dig them out, and we could add that to the garden.
Can I add something to that? We have to be careful of that because of these jumping
Sorry,
worms.
the jumping worms, right? We want to be very careful about that. Yeah.
And I was going to bring a whole bunch, and then I realized my backyard is full of these jumping worms. So if you're digging up your flowers and you see these worms that like move around crazily, don't bring the plants to the garden.
Yeah. Also, they tend to stay in the very top layers of the soil, whereas the European earthworms tend to go down underground. That's why people go out on a rainy night catching them to go fishing, because that's when they come up out of the ground. But the jumping worms, you'll see them wiggling around on the surface.
If you
also
have jumping worms,
I also
don't do
think
it.
they're not all out yet because I've been digging in my backyard and I haven't seen any yet. So maybe they haven't quite hatched yet because the adults die off in the winter because they're close to the surface, so they freeze to death. But they're the babies, I don't think they hatch till it's warmer because I've been out there digging and I haven't seen any, but I'm not daring to hope that they suddenly disappear. So I think that we might need to wait till it's a little bit, warmer nights more consistently before we see them actually. And you can transplant from a garden that is infested, but you have to really wash the roots super well. And I'm not sure I trust myself to do that because I tried and that earth just sticks to the roots.
Okay, sounds good.
I'll try to note that if people are bringing things, how to make sure that they're not about to contaminate our space with, lots besides jumping worms, like other things as well. Awesome. Anything else for pollinator?
No, nothing else.
Great. So next is the volunteer hours. I've kind of gone over this with all the new gardeners. I need to coordinate with Deb to see if she's still wanting to run that spreadsheet for people to record their hours on. So I'll have updates on that next meeting after I talk to Deb. Great. Governance, we don't have anything yet because we're new. So Charlotte says she wants to hang out with me. Anyone else, that'd be great. Compost, again, if it's raining, I'm going to delay starting on this project, and I want to see if any of the new gardeners are interested. Hopefully I can talk about it more with people in person on Sunday. And people can peruse that PDF some more. Great. We already went over, so now we're in the old and continuing business. We already went over opening workday events. Anyone have anything they want to add to what we need to get done that day? Great. The thistle pots, we I already kind of have talked to people about. It's been explained. And I think next meeting, maybe we can revisit how we want to advertise those since our wait lists shrunk really fast unexpectedly. How we want to maintain those plots. this year. The constant experiment of that area. And the donation garden, I'm going to have us talk about that next meeting as well. So hopefully we can dedicate some time to really make some decisions on those two projects. Great. One new business thing, Lena had to go, but she offered to do a mural on the side of the shed for free. But
That would be amazing.
yeah. Cool. Is anyone opposed to this idea?
Could you repeat that? I couldn't understand what that
Oh,
was.
sorry. So Lena, one of our new gardeners, offered to do a mural on the side of the shed. She is willing to do it for free. I feel like we should at least see if it's in the budget to pay for the paint. But she's a professional muralist.
Oh, does she have a rough draft?
No, so she offered to do it, and maybe I can ask her first some designs, and we can share it at the next meeting.
Okay.
Awesome. Great, but no one's opposed to the idea of painting the shed.
I think that would be awesome.
Cool. Awesome. All right, great. The other quick thing I want to touch base on before we end the meeting is one of some folks who are neighbors to the garden itself emailed me about some pawpaw tree plants. Pawpaw trees are I think they're native to this area. And
yes, they
they're
are
a fruit tree. They're really great. And she offered to see if we wanted to plant any of them around the garden. I checked with the city. The community garden we can do whatever we want to the space that we have. So like the area behind the shed that has like the orchard, that's where the city is working on getting rid of invasives and such. But that we don't need to worry about that. So we can plant whatever. So the city says it's fine if we wanted to plant some trees. Is anyone interested in me getting these starts and putting them around the perimeter? Eric?
Yes.
Yeah, I'm into it. Pawpaws are cool.
So
Great.
I talked
Karen,
to
go ahead.
Frank about this. Sarah?
Yes, you're good. You're good. Go.
Okay. So, I mean, I got interested in pawpaws a while back, and they are native, and they're yummy, and people don't transport them, so it's hard to go out and buy some pawpaws. So I thought that would be nice having them, like maybe at the far end. But Frank had some ideas about mowing around them, so we probably want to talk to him about what his concerns might be, but I would love to have pawpaws out around the garden somewhere.
Awesome. Let's see, Caitlin.
Sorry, I was just trying to use my hand to be supportive.
Message ditto pawpaws and a mural. Great. And Ryan also says, I love this idea. Great. Well, I will email Frank directly. That's a great point about the mowing. That would make that a little bit more annoying. At least, or I'm needing to mark them at the very least, make sure they don't get mowed over. Any other concerns?
No, but we got to get Frank to come to the meetings here. He's got these reports,
Yes,
I'll have a
definitely.
conversation with him. Yeah.
Yeah, thank you. If you talk to him, and
Yeah.
I'll email him too to just check in and see what's going on. And he's the one who every time he's at the All Gardeners meeting, he always brags about how he's been here since the beginning. So he didn't get to do that this time. So
That's right.
great job moving so efficiently, everyone. I'm glad this was very fast. It was great to meet everybody. Our next meeting is in June, and it is the 5th. And I have written down the wrong day. So June 5th at 7 p.m. over Google. What is it? Google Meet? Is that what this is? Or, yeah. Google Meet. And amazing. Anybody have anything before I end the meeting?
Just thanks for all you do, Sarah. Appreciate it.
Oh my gosh, thanks for all you guys do. It's a real
That's great.
community effort. I'm really grateful for everybody.
Cool. Yes.
But yeah, Sunday. Rain or shine, but not thunderstorm. And I'll keep everyone posted by 9 a.m. I move to end the meeting. Anyone second the motion?
Second.
Second. Great. All in favor?
Sure.
Aye. Okay, great. Bye, guys. I can't wait to see everyone.
This government meeting is brought to you by Eastworks and our local cable subscribers.